Thanks to those joining me live and those that'll be joining me on Archive D Style here. Let's talk about this sad, this terrible. Go ahead and press that like button. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead, hit that like button. Wrestling videos are few and far between now, but once in a while I'll come on here and do it, so get used to it, right? Goldberg versus the ELDERTAKER. I really wanted to do this video with Dan the Man. I don't know where the hell is Dan the Man? What I want to know. All right? But it is what it is. Okay? Let's talk about this. Sad. Just sad match. I mean, this was the saddest shit. Like, I felt bad for these guys as I watched this match. Right? I felt very bad. I was doing more thinking about them in their prime than actually watching this match. I mean, while I watched the match. This was the saddest thing I've seen. This was sad. I know I keep saying that word. That's the best word to describe it. First of all, who's to blame for this? Well, we have to start with Vince McMahon, the chairman of the board of the WWE, of even doing this. Vince McMahon is the one that thought this was a good idea. He gave the green light to this. Why? Oh, the Saudis really wanted to watch this match. So, but not only did he make the match, he decided to make the match the main event of Super Showdown. The Super Showdown count. I don't know if it counts or not. Does it count? I don't know. I got people saying it doesn't count because it's Super Showdown. None of it counts. It's all scripted. All right? It counts just as much as everything else counts. This was sad. This I don't know about the rest of it. I didn't watch the rest of the show. I watched this match. I will admit, I'll be honest. I tuned in because it was the Undertaker versus Goldberg, and I watched these guys throwing up. And you know what? Let me tune in and watch this. Let's watch Goldberg versus Dung. Like, I wanted to see it. First of all, they changed the music around. Right out of the gate, they changed it. Why did they change the Goldberg song? I don't know. That was horrible. And then Undertaker's song even sounded differently. I don't know what they were trying to go for here. What are you doing? Horrible. Undertaker's entrance, slow as shit, but always epic. Fine. Right? Some Goldberg chants, fine. The announcement, fine. Goldberg was retired, folks. Goldberg called it quit. He said, I'm too old for this. Well, he didn't quite say that. But he did say that, you know, I might be back, this, that, and the third. But he got in the Hall of Fame and all that. And he should have left. Undertaker's been done. What the hell is the Undertaker? What is it with the Undertaker still being around and shit? I don't get it. Why is he still here? The Saudi Arabia deal. It's making these matches happen, but it's like 20 years too late. Match starts off predictable, right? Goldberg, spear. Another spear. And then he does something Goldberg never does. He goes for the cover after two spears. All right. I knew he was going to kick out, but fine. I could roll with this. They get back up. Goldberg misses another spear, right? Hit is the turnbuckle hard on his stomach. Hard. Bots that move. Okay. Allegedly knocked himself out on the pole. Okay. Allegedly knocked himself out. He wasn't all there. He wasn't all there, guys. Undertaker goes for a choke slam. Goldberg jumps half a foot in the air. Shit was sad. If that. It's more of a stumble than a choke slam. Horrible. Undertaker picks him up for a tombstone. Couldn't hold Goldberg in a tombstone position, man. He was sliding down. I was looking at the top of Goldberg's head and the knees of the Undertaker, and I said to myself, this is not going to end well. This is not ending well. Surely enough, I don't know how much of an impact, or if it almost hit it, but man, he almost broke Goldberg's neck, man. He almost broke his neck. And then Goldberg, later in the match, he kicks out, obviously. They always kick out. He kicked out of this tombstone. And then spear by Goldberg. And then they did a double clothesline. Looked okay. Goldberg attempts to pick up the Undertaker for a jackhammer. Almost drops Undertaker on his fucking neck. Almost paralyzes the guy. They almost paralyze each other for life. I don't know what the hell that was. That was no jackhammer. The announcers didn't even know what to say. They were like, that was like, oh, he went for the jackhammer, but Goldberg had nothing left. Like, you know. Goldberg tries to lift the Undertaker for a tombstone, couldn't lift him. Almost dropped Undertaker on his head again. Undertaker looking like he had enough of this shit. Signals for the chokeslam. Bam! On the neck of Goldberg. He goes for a chokeslam. Worst looking. It looked worse. Worst looking chokeslam I've ever seen in my life. That was a chokeslam? What? That was the worst choke. I mean, that was. It looked like he just pushed him down. You know, like forward, and he fell back. Uno, dos, tres. Even the ref did that count quick, man. He's like, we're done with this shit. We're done. Right? Undertaker looks annoyed. By the way, Goldberg and Undertaker bought some submission ankle move earlier in the match. Whatever. Horror. This was sad to watch. It was sad to see Goldberg, the man that once lifted the giant, 500-pound dude over his shoulder, right? Okay, you know, he lifted Kevin Nash in the air and then put one hand out, you know, while he had him in the air. And, you know, like it's sad. And I know he's in his 50s, but that's why he shouldn't be doing this shit. And if you're going to put Goldberg to lift somebody, and you still want the aura of him being this big, powerful, jacked up dude, then maybe you should put him in there with somebody that doesn't weigh 300 fucking pounds. So who's to blame? Well, first of all, we got to blame the chairman of the board, Vince McMahon, and Triple H, and we got to blame the head of WWE Creative. This was a horrible decision to put on a headline of a big event. This was terrible. So we blame them. We got to blame. Look at this. Goldberg lifted him up. He went up to lift him, and he fell on his back, bro. This was crazy. Oh, what a terrible chokeslam. The Undertaker couldn't. Oh, like, man, if Undertaker didn't do that, if he did that tombstone just 2 seconds later, he would have broken that neck of Goldberg, man. He would have broke his neck. He wasn't able to hold him. What the hell's going on? Why did they do this match? So, of course, we got to place blame on the two 50-year-olds that are still doing this for money. And finally, we got to blame the fans. All the fans out there that were looking forward to this fight, on this match, horrible. I watched. I'll admit, I watched out of curiosity. I was curious. It was the Undertaker versus Goldberg. More like Oldberg versus the Eldertaker. What a horrible botch fest this was. Somebody could have seriously gotten hurt in this match. You shouldn't be wrestling, okay, doing professional wrestling in your 50s, okay? And if you do, there's certain roles you have. You shouldn't be doing power moves and lifting dudes with jackhammers that weigh 300 pounds. And you shouldn't be doing any of that because somebody's going to get fucking hurt. It almost happened here. If The Undertaker was in the seasoned vet he was, somebody would have gotten hurt. Goldberg goes to Twitter. I knocked myself out in the middle of the match. For the haters, I hope you're happy, he said. Man, people calling it for what it is aren't haters. Retire. You made your millions. Retire and go away. Retire and go away. I heard stories that The Undertaker and Goldberg went at it verbally. In the back, in the gorilla position they call it, when they go back the curtain, under the curtain. Look at Undertaker, look pissed off, man. He looked pissed. I know what he's pissed off at. He was botching shit too. If you can't get Goldberg and lift him up for a chokeslam, then why are you doing it? You know that dude ain't going to be jumping. Goldberg can't jump. He's a big jacked up dude. Jumping isn't his thing. This was sad. The fireworks after the match was more entertaining than this shit. And who came up with the idea that these two should have longer than a 5-minute match or longer? Who came up with that brilliant idea? What stupid writer wrote that down? They should have done the entrances, kept the original music, have them do a stare down like they did, have Goldberg do the with the throat and all. That's cool. Okay? I'm fine with the Undertaker punching him, but you should have had Undertaker clothesline him. Stick to basics. Do a body slam, a basic body slam. All right? Maybe land like a leg drop on him. Do the old school. After doing old school, turn around, bam! Spear. Have Goldberg attempt to do the jackhammer, but have Undertaker block the jackhammer from happening because he's old and he can't actually lift the Undertaker up. I wonder if Goldberg came out and said, yeah, I could do it. I can lift him. I can do it. I bet you this dude swore he can do it. You're telling me they didn't go to the ring before the event and test it out? Well, let's see if it's true. Lift him up. He didn't even come close. This was sad. This is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Sad. This is terrible. It was just sad. Seeing. Nobody wants to see sad shit like this, man. Dudes were huffing and puffing after 2 minutes. They don't belong in a wrestling ring anymore. Let the young guys do the entertaining now. It's your time to sit your ass down. WWE needs to stop recycling dudes and bringing back, these legends and all this other shit. They need to start building their own stars now. How to do that? Better writing, better shows, more entertaining shit on TV. Not the powder puff bullshit that they air now. Some has been in the house says one washed up has been wrestling, another washed up has been. Vince McMahon's idea of success is with the old and out with the new. In with the old, out with the new. Gotcha. AJ 10, I saw the video highlights. It was not a good watch. It was horrible. Nothing entertaining about it. Goldberg, right, and The Undertaker could have seriously hurt one another. Okay, if Goldberg doesn't have that strength anymore, okay, you know what you do and you want him back? You don't put him in there with another old fart, right? You put him in there with someone who can actually work. Seth Rollins and AJ Styles, they'll do all the work. Goldberg just needs to hit his high spots. And those guys aren't that heavy. He could lift them for the jackhammer. Who thought let's get Goldberg and let's have him lift a 300-pound Undertaker was a good idea? Who thought that? Those are just my thoughts. I wanted to give my thoughts on that. This was absolutely atrocious. One of the worst things I've ever seen. And it was sad. This was sad. And this is just a microcosm of WWE right now. That's what this is. Terrible. Just terrible. It says D-Style Boxing. And although it's a wrestling video, keep it boxing anyway. Let's see. Some has been says every NXT talent that has been demoted to the main roster, this man has ruined. Lars Sullivan and Lars Snitsky. Look at Asuka and Kerry Sane and War Raiders. Look at Jan Strowman. Jay Will in the house. What up? YouTube notifications are broken as F. People aren't getting notifications. It is what it is. That's why we got archive. Right? And that's why I want to hit the bell button. That way you're notified when these stuff comes on live. But yes, they might be broken. I'm not sure what's going on there. However, that's a good thing. We got archive, ladies and gentlemen. All right? That's right. With that said, guys, I got to roll. I just wanted to do this really quick. Don't want to run this video too long. So this is D-Style. And I'm out. For those who just came in, go back, watch it on archive, share the video. Peace out.